Today, we talk about the Patta Air Max 1. So in a previous video, I had briefly gone over the history of the Air Max 1. And in that video, I had discussed how on my wish list to complete like my Grail Air Max 1 collection, this was on my list, the Chlorophyll Patta Air Max 1. Now, this was a 2009 project. So this came out in 2009, and it was actually an ode to the 5-year anniversary of Patta as a brand. So what they did was they decided to take the original Tinker Hatfield masterpiece silhouette and really just alter the materials and the colorways. So the original 3 colorways were the Air Max 1 OG Red, the blue, and the obsidian/navy. Now, so obviously this is not an original colorway, but they went with the green on here, which absolutely looks fantastic. I remember seeing images of the shoe and just really being blown away by it. Also, back in 2009, they were still putting arch supports in the packaging. So this one came with that, which is kind of cool. Unopened, awesome. This was a dead stock pair. Shout out to the guy that in the comment section of that video, I forget who you are, but you pointed out that there was a pair for sale in my size, and I remember like an idiot being like, you know what, I'm gonna hold off, I've been buying too many shoes lately. And then that pair sold, and the next pair available was a little bit higher than that in price, and I just got nervous and I just pulled the trigger. So sometimes you gotta be patient, but sometimes you gotta pull the trigger. So anyway, at least now we have them. Now, the other interesting thing about this is they call this the Chlorophyll Colorway. Very clear to see why with these tones of green. You see the Patta logo on the tongue, and then medial side here, as you can see. And then the other thing they did was they went with corduroy instead of the usual leather, and of course they left the mesh as is. But they went with denim, or is this corduroy or denim? I'm not sure, but either way, it's definitely not leather. So they decided to go with those kinds of materials just to give it a more of a street vibe, you know what I'm saying? And the other interesting thing they did was with the insoles, they all were artwork representative of the Dutch currency. So I guess between the 4 shoes they did in 2009 as an homage to their 5-year anniversary, this was one. There was a more of a bluish pair, a black pair, and what was that 4th one? I'm drawing a blank. But regardless, this was definitely the best of that of those 4 pairs, in my opinion. And then they kind of topped it all off with this Para collab that is the cherry wood, and that is just an absolute amazing sneaker, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, so the 4 of those in the original pack, so to speak, all had that continuation of the insole as the Dutch currency for I forget the name of the currency, but regardless. Here's the outsole pattern, the classic Air Max 1 outsole pattern. Love this. And then the tip of green just at the tip. And then, yeah, so then the other interesting thing is this came with a pair of green laces, which is kind of a cool little add-on here. But, and then it comes with the little white tips. And I don't know, why don't you guys let me know what you prefer, the green or the whites that came in it with the green aglets, which I think is pretty dope. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Not too much else I could say about the shoe. You get the nice little green Air Max bubble. But yeah, that's about it. Glad to finally attain this and add it to the collection of Air Max 1 Grails. Bruh, peek this on foot. Yeah, these are just, oh my God, yeah. Pants obviously not the most ideal for this fit, but it's passable, as you can see. Look at that pop of green on the back. That's just next level. Again, this is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Bruh. I mean, come on, dude. Come on, dude. And of course, the green tips. Whoop. Just unreal materials, too, dude. This is just. All right, off to work to work a shift and pay these things off. Appreciate you guys looking out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. We out.